TV, the pride of Africa.
Nana Wimo, Nana say Wimo, Nana de him Yamuno made Yamuno Yamuno, Nana de Chedasia no, Nana Brescia in a babunya, Consomo Bassa Sierra Boom.
Any part of I was a seasway, the Aponia Bay. Obiara won in the Median and Debra when I made Yamano. Ebinoma dear Yahini, Ebinoma dear Yamamu. Ebinoma dia ya sofudie onyame ma odibra no hiraso mawa dibra no mparewo onyame na hiraso robi asante kotoko hene Otumfuo Dr. Osei Tutu abebio onyame esene hene hiraso amana hene aye krabewe nane onyame hira no nane Otumfuo Osei Tutu nana sante hene onyame hira no.
On April 1999, Barima Kwaku Duya was installed as the 16th occupant of the Golden Stool with the stool name Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. This was after the demise of his brother Otumfuo Osei II.
I don't think Benkum Oyoko she don't never get it. Nana Santima. The Santa Casem can't say. Osei Tutu Naname. Osei Tutu near my back on Naname. Nana Naname. No, I don't say it. You got it for and yes, I'm the spot at mine. Emma and mine is some more. Come here, go talk to me, no. Maybe I'm not one. That's my kind of bread. And mistake. My wife and my husband. I don't know. I don't
Soon after Otumfuo Osei Tutu II was installed, he began a massive drive to holistically settle various stools and chieftaincy disputes across the Ashanti Kingdom. Apart from resolving the impasse between Teshiman and 4 other Ashanti towns, His Royal Majesty made a historic breakthrough in the Dagbon chieftaincy crisis, thereby ensuring a lasting peace between the Abudus and the Adonis.
I'm saying Ghana main na obia modern boy or the boy Emma Dagbon ebenya asomdwe no Ghana fo nyina ehu
Dagbon asem so na da ho no ya dia na edin ye yewura hwe wasiesie ni nyina ma asomdwe ma Dagbon
yenhwe Dagbon sensem osiye abamu abaya ba kwatra ya anyeye yewura dia asem ma no to boase wonya ye a wo kan ma asomdwe ba ye no abi ho so ye onipa udi na kira sabe asuo nkan
na dia wo pa ne se otimi ehu asem no eni na ode to ho e ma administration no na enkoso eneba
tafa konwa no da ho bes on obi antimi nka ye ne adamfo lawyer na ye hime okodi oba odi ye osisesi okawia ho ne ne to King Solomon
no kreni ese say a friend King Solomon if you say nyansa anyame de ma King Solomon no bi say obi
yewura baaye ma Asante ha maso bia etwa ensasesem so hwe Asante mamu ha say wo hini bi koton asase plot ba ko dia mani pamienu ya ni ha
say wo hwe say di osi ene niema na efata say bona bodini say oye ohini Solomon.
The kind of things he does behind the scenes, I call him the Prince of Peace.
Absolutely. I mean, Otumfuo represents one of the greatest kingdoms in Africa today. And he's also played his role in the socio-economic development of our country. So he represents a modern king who makes his contributions by responding to the needs of society at any given time.
The king's unwavering contribution toward brokering and mediating difficult political transitions cannot be overemphasized.
Has it not been this king, Ghana would have been chaos. I know anytime we have elections, he has to intervene so that others will concede defeat. He will call before even the elections, he will call all the parties.
Osei Otumfuo a pensem ahodo bibiri a ebagana ha se wodinano tumu asem no etimi etwa emre bibiri onwene Asante mantem nko aho ne niema oboyi nyina opegana kanko.
As if it was enough, Otumfuo took the peace agenda to the global stage when he was invited by the United Nations to deliver a special keynote address on the culture of peace.
I am an ardent advocate of leadership by example. Since my ascension to the Golden Stool some 20 years ago, it has long dawned on me that it would be unrealistic to expect government alone, with its limited resources and term limits, to be able to confront these multifaceted developmental challenges. With the passage of time, I have become more convinced that traditional authorities need to work together and in partnership with government, civil society organizations, faith-based groups, the private sector, our development partners, and other stakeholders if we are to succeed in tackling our developmental challenges. Consequently, I have taken a number of initiatives of my own in several areas. Education. The greatest potential of every nation lies in its human resources. The key to exploiting its resources is education. I set up the Otumfuo Education Fund to generate resources to provide opportunities for quality primary, secondary, tertiary, and vocational education, not only in my domain, but Ghana generally. To date, over 600,000 students at various levels of education have benefited from the fund. Additionally, I set up a Teachers Award scheme to encourage teachers in rural communities and motivate them to focus on teaching our wards well. Health, water, and sanitation. I later set up the Sewampim AIDS Foundation for children under the leadership of my spouse, Lady Julia Osei Tutu, to help children who have become victims of the HIV/AIDS pandemic. These two bodies have now been merged under the umbrella of Otumfuo Osei Tutu Charity Foundation. The Charity Foundation is actively involved in the provision of social amenities in the priority areas of health, water, and sanitation. Later, I also secured a World Bank grant for a pilot project entitled Promoting Partnerships with Traditional Authorities Project, which was a pilot project to ascertain whether traditional leaders were up to the task of contributing significantly to socio-economic development of their communities. The project was implemented by the Ashanti Council and focused on 4 main areas, namely education, primary school level, preventive health care, cultural heritage preservation, and capacity building. Under the project, new school buildings, including teachers' quarters, were put up with facilities for portable water and electricity.
The Kofi Annan Foundation, in partnership with the World Bank, has planted a peace bell at the palace in recognition of the king's role toward peace.
Me call London first time, and I'm a co-chair Queen Elizabeth. Me didn't crata President for the mommy, co-chair. Komodie no say, how is the Asante Hene? Me cry. Is he me so at once? I say, oh yes, I met him. He's a very remarkable man. Oh, now I call baby first. Now, one kasa, ukom hiya kase. Oh, you're a remarkable man. Queen Elizabeth and so,
In 2019, Asante Hene was recognized by the African Leadership Award as a pillar of peace. Since 1999, the king has championed the development of the people of the Ashanti Kingdom in Ghana on the whole, as he masterfully navigated the dual roles as the development agent and philanthropist. As the development agent, he was instrumental in revitalizing the Anglo-Asante Abose mines, refurbishment of the Golden Tulip Kumasi City, redevelopment of KTS Central Market Project, construction of the Kumasi International Airport, establishment of the Kumasi City Mall, and the construction of Preban Greenfields housing estates, among others.
Yeah, more 10 natural quality. So, what corner Santa Juana or Guinea? Casantama Zakwa, or Qua, Ghana and Dikai.
Oh, yeah, a great symbol, Mayan. Not just Ghana, not just Ghana, but for the Africans in the diaspora and for the battle as a people.
Sayeka amanyosemo ha opimso amfane ho enhihye amanyosemo ni awoye ni se abai bi ebeba so no ninim de ni nyansa na futupa na daye so anananom ede so no na wode ama aban a obeba so
ni kuma se man titiru obehwe se enuma so koso pigetia mamunim se de na hositie na honye kura asase no no ane dia osidabi meni aban be ka bom na yahwe na kiyetia yiniye na yenuanom ma mema nkoda ani mpanimfo a ye adwuma ho no ye ho atoye ene wotimi ayese adwumadie no ama aye krabehwe wasanso aset atiesi edwakese num se edwakese no eno so obeye na eno so ni nananom a yedi dwa ho ana ye tonne ma ho ana ye dwumadie bia ho no omso ye ho atoye
bibi bia wo mu bia sese ye bia so toto de kama ene ni montofo ewo ntotro so ha ene kanya ase ene wo mu eye adwuma ewa ha etu agudie wa ha bibi bia ebeba mansi ni mu ho ekofa suntu bia de ababia no ye demirika ekono ho ne ye ni nyina ne ni montofo no ne ye kohia ne atoto bibia ne bibia ekọ wano
obefuru abanwa nsemo a odi swaye se enukure ene odi be ya adwuma no ehu ni nyina wo no ho se enhumfunu bi aye bone anase omo a esom no bi aye bone kura no pomodin na oka no kure no e kire no a asotwe a odi ma wo no e ba fom chen se wanka no kure
yo bia oka no kure opempondoko oka dia emfata na wotia ana wo huna enya dia ode ho be chawo wan hwe kura na se oyi otu efrade so
dia ompe e una brabo ni ipa wanka so twanko okadokre now that was the face of that circulation fear to me and you know the very assistant was sentiment I mean put you more de more money and na me an kasam ben me wo obi a o wa botu te se pasa papa ne da
chese wonye hwehwe ne mu na wonye obi so a opis kasem se bia yemfa sika nko hu no na wonye si ana se da bi ewura wonte sa ne de ne se ba bia no kore ne da no na o de ato senka ye ne se nkenti media kunya ebi se dubre bi ne bia se bi uniska untimi ni akunya na enso no akunya ne to a ewura wonhwe ne mu se we wiska we we se nipa wo fata se akunya no ato a wo se de mani die no no oye ya wo se da bi monfama no ono na wo so di.
He is the first king in Ashanti who has established a church, a church in his palace. Everything in the church is there, and we dedicated with Archbishop Sapon.
Because you're a politician, because at the time you're unprecedented. And for the very first time in Ashanti history, Otumfuo 15th anniversary, Oma you coin, Emma Yeda, a seaho, Emma a man who said Nedday, and a man who made Nama Poina, Yeboga, me for making him. Nedja being him, on fanning him. kofo hima on fane hine bra ama hima nyina obi afane hima hima fo wa santimemo aye sum sikadwa eye paramount 70 sum sikadwa no oma ye kwan sa hima fo nko aye modwa enche ono nko a to sebe santihima wo nti e bia mekam se ye funu na wo santihima aye no asede wo wiase mi na wo wiase ode ma me ye nyankopon ho a sebe ye funu na wo sikadwa no na fe ko bi waya de mi bi ona ba wo santihima kase wo yama ye
oni ahima angita hudie no eye stronko kra wa ma Ghana mine asantime nyina hu se ahima no yeso yedi mu na yempo kra na kro nyina eye dia eti bibia no yekobo na mane a ogina yachi 100%. Bibia ye bia no oboa kwa horo bebre so.
As a philanthropist, he established the Otumfuo Charity Foundation and the Otumfuo Educational Fund shortly after his enstoolment.
Otumfuo Education Trust Fund, one of the bag Ghana, but the idea no. And me, son, and I'm a regional minister. Mrs. Sata was maybe by 2001. And tea or no, and they started and could have been crass here. I know many school die. Home school there bubu. Ya ye home plan kwa ye di nyina. I so ho to to school ntade. Eme ma any exercise books. Eme ma o mu nyina. Ansana scholarship. Odi kusua de. Anye so upon universities ni nyina. Asante former bebree ebejibi. Ghana former bebree.
Nti na nye asante nko.
Debi. Na ye Ghana. Nti met back say and 16 region nso obi aka na no de 10 region obi anya bi affected 16 region and the year
obaye no ade ba ko kan ne say enemremu ekon eni ho say osande hene no dom ekokon se ni ho de a ekon a ewo ho say ebekon atia yade ebekon atia ekom ebebo modin say enipa befa nimde ashe atare enti oye bibia e friend scholarship ya odeboa enkoda omo eyade nanso omo nibie
Otumfuo bae waboa santiman Ghana man nyina efa ngoma suam obae wose omu ngoma ne mom komabofo nibie no wo foto to ho se wo hwese obia benya ngoma suam ho faso kanya ase akura ye kan ho bi ahawa breye computers aduonu a ye wole di duria computer center e wo hase no ma nkura no sua computer ho adwuma ni nyina ya yewura na daroma na amna bahanom.
Teachers are regarded as the backbone of our society, as they help and have the greatest contribution to build up the characters of students.
In fear and swinging, I feel say teachers award na teacher for waha any of my four and not your bow mabaso. Only a teacher for much dear a crassy tour. It will be a coha one corner.
Na uwie na se bia ekujo kwa amwa na omoka omo stories na ahomkasem kra na esan wom ne se opim so anka se asante mantem anasa asante fonko na teachers awards ebeso omo so.
I deliver my service at Western Region, community called Nyamebekire Primary School. Okay, well, I consider this as a privilege. It is a very great opportunity. People who even live in this Ashanti Kingdom, that majority of them would not even have the opportunity to get closer to the king. Today, I shake hands with him, took a photograph with him, and it's a very great opportunity. And I will urge any teacher who is anywhere that good work pays. So they should put up their best, work hard, irrespective of the rewards you get at that time, because it comes back to you in a very wonderful way that you wouldn't even understand how it works.
I appreciate what the king has done. He has done very well. It seems we are supposed to put out our best to help the children.
The fund also spends about 148,620 Ghana cedis during the 2007 and 2008 academic year to pay for the school fees of needy and brilliant students across the country. In 2005, it distributed thousands of cement bags and computers to 7 educational institutions across the country. The fund has also distributed poly tanks and water pumps and provided scholarships to a number of students at the various tertiary institutions in Ghana.
Emra Otumfuo Osei Asante Akunyano. Samre na emu na na me so me school me wo university a me law e could room maybe ana around that time ni mo aye den pa na nyame adom obetena adwano so apɛ na na ni so ade hunu ode education fund e baaye ye mu bi de se ke nyame anya doma ema eni na ambihia enkebe den pa se ye betimi awie course no if say ye hwa samre no na universities around 1999 2000 we introduce the payment of academic user fee. Before then no na university and share and sika inti ye share course nase ansana almost this sika je no ba inti na say I could drew mfimfin a o science and o console enko na onyame nso na dia obeye ene no behia pepepe ma na another Roma also ye mu akakranka create me di wie TM say wie no so we nyaay me sa na futu ni nkran hye kakranka krasa 2010 e ko ba se me kodi me be judge circuit judge ni nyina achi otonsa frame o me hia who's me to me fu shira me.
I'm also a beneficiary of Otumfuo Educational Fund, which was established somewhere in 1999-2000. But I benefited 2000-2001. But then I was a student at University of Education, Winneba. In fact, the package helped me a lot. And now I'm somebody in society because of the educational fund. I thank the organizers, especially Otumfuo himself, the board of trustees of that educational fund at that time, for helping me to benefit from the package. I'm now also somebody in society giving my quota to Ghana Education Service. Without that scholarship, I don't think maybe some of us will be here at this time, but with the scholarship, this is where we find ourselves. We thank Otumfuo once again.
He has, through these initiatives, impacted the lives of thousands across the Ashanti Kingdom and Ghana on the whole, in the area of sanitation and health, education, and skills training, among others. 58 health facilities have received infrastructural support in the form of construction of patient wards, renovation of staff accommodations, outpatient departments, and furnishing of some completed wards in the Asante, Ahofo, and Central region. Other health facilities have also received various items, including consumables, equipments, and patient beds, as well as 3 24-seater buses. 657 communities across the country have benefited from the continued health and educational programs with support from the World Bank and the Ghana Health Service. In education, some 2,714 educational institutions have, for the past 10 years, benefited from the Osei Tutu II Education Fund, set up in complement government's educational development efforts. This includes improving infrastructure in first and second cycle institutions across the country, manufacturing and distribution of dual desk in Asante, Ahofo, Bono, and Bono East regions. The king has also played a significant role in assisting various government initiatives and programs. Perhaps one of the most significant contributions of the king to the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's administration is the negotiation of the release of $174 million from the World Bank to support education in Ghana in a bid to make Ghana the industrial hub. The king lobbied for the siting of the African Continental Free Trade Area situated in the nation's capital, Accra. Two former presidents of the Republic of Ghana, John Agyekum Kufuor and John Mahama, recounted the monumental contributions of the king during their tenure in office. According to former President Kufuor, the king, among other things, single-handedly facilitated Ghana's exit from the HIPC initiative after the World Bank's refusal.
Asante Sabio Kurabio. Bibi ebesi Ghana man mabiano. Untimi nkansi wabra sabe yewira no onka ho bie. Na nye no nko odi kwa mano ne kura ne nim dia ne sunsum anu nti will come multilaterals World Bank na danfo pa ba ko ni owura Wolfenson ya no World Bank president. Me be the president no. Na epic ya shisha ya ibibia wi say nke Ghana sabi ya sikasam nkahwe ase no ye kukuru ya hu ya na last minute no na nka sai basa ankrophobia wuram ba yira me we dey bending adwuma ye bemfie me nu komiansa ye nim se ya tutu sikasam ni na wi ntimeti ho me dindin me kwan ben me faso a Ampara Panyin say, all right. Yeah, I don't need a different epic. Yeah. Sunny air, Otumfuo Okopie, if you're Mudin upset. I dear Yaman is a woman. Indeed, maybe I'm so Otumfuo. Yami, not Nabre.
Former President Mahama also described Otumfuo as a great human resource whose benefits goes beyond Ashanti-man. He recounted how the king helped his government in aiding for an extended facility from the International Monetary Fund, IMF.
I remember a particular incident when I was president. We were having difficulties with the economy, and we had just come out of an IMF program in 2012. And so it was a bit too early to go back into an IMF program. But the IMF was dragging its feet because we had just come out of a program in 2012 and going back into a program in 2015 seemed a bit problematic. And I discussed it with Otumfuo, and he, without hesitation, said that he will help. And I think that was instrumental in getting the extended credit facility approved. I think that is the kind of person he is.
He goes to IMF World Bank to negotiate for Ghana. He does so many things behind the scenes for Ghana.
Mikasa Mrebia Yeko London. Na one IMF for Kudi Nkomo. Ska omu de ba beboa no. E di nim say Asante man kra na no de ba beboa. O de ba the chair was say President Kofo. I same say na makwakoye. Nti the boa Ghana na one kasa Asante kwa. Wayamai the whole Ghana. Na hanu Kofo bo kwa na onwu nim de o ye no. Pese ahifia kwa na ofa na ye a. Ehimkwafo wo ha bebre na ofia wo moka. Ohwe onma no onuna na wo school. Ebi no ni. Emma bontin. Kijetia project no no manya bebre. Ono ade kofa pai. Aso ja politics de ya na for no mo se me fa ho no. Na so no ma bebre ono a na ye no ada na ama politicians. Nti ye rade wa ye bi pa wa ye.
As Chancellor and Ambassador of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, the King has contributed immensely to the advancement of the premier institution. He has attracted research grants and international collaboration, resulting in the improvement in the school's position in the university's ranking in Africa. In May 2019, a mammoth celebration was held at the Mesha Palace to commemorate the 20th anniversary of the enstoolment of the king on the golden stool. Key dignitaries across the globe were invited to grace this important occasion.
That's where really you see where all our dignitaries, we want all our foreign dignitaries, our visitors, to come and see what we have to offer. The beauty, the opulence, the power, the strength, the confidence in who we are. That is highlighted in Manchia Palace.
So the Santihe, a plan with Chano, Sana wood channel. Ghana, a yedin, and your hand a woo. Oh, baby, and then you say Santihe. Oko America, oko South Africa, oko ha. Me na Ghana no oko. Baby obeko bia so odi bibi papa eba.
We need to keep this alive. We need to keep it together. We need to realize how important such a king and the kingdom niema oye ni niema e, how important it is, not just for Yankase Asante for one or Nyanwanadi. It is important for all of us as Africans and as black people. Well,
now we buy, you know, niema bibri waha waya asisa ahini kra. If you say na ahini ekofom na ni jiri se na se tubai said ye wasi apagya na huminti obia sebe ohinketo bia enso eye hinkese ni nyina ne se onu ni yesua no.
He is a committed Christian and he is also using his resources to propagate the gospel, the extension of the gospel, not in his Ashanti language, but to a Hunter language which has no Bible has been translated before, and he has done it. He single-handedly decided to use huge sums of money to translate the Bible into a Hunter language.
The Frebi, before time, the history of which world traditional authorities. Me na me regional minister, me na sign. And the World Bank say na traditional ayi bia ba normally about central government. To omba no mo to force there. I say yeah na amount for it. Nti I say o mo so nti e friend PPE. And so that na Otumfuo na come here deep say in ba special aspect here o mo tin ase na the ba say afide traditional authorities and so Otumfuo na this party.
Known in private life as Berima Kokudia, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II is the 16th monarch of the Ashanti Kingdom. He was born on the 6th of May 1950 at Auntie Tama's maternity home at Ashanti New Town in Kumasi, the capital of the Ashanti Kingdom. His mother was Asante Hima Nana Efiokobi Sewampem II, the 13th queen of Ashanti between the years of 1977 and 2016. Opani Boachi Dankwa, Otumfuo's father, was the Breshia Hene of Kumasi, head of a section of Asante Hene's designated marksman, Otumfuo. Otumfuo was the last born of his mother's children. The firstborn of his mother's children is the present queen of Ashanti, Asantehima Nana Kwedu Yadom III. In his childhood days, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II lived with his uncle, Ohineba Mensah, then the Hiahene of Kumasi. He attended Sefi Yoso Secondary School for 5 years and graduated with O-level certificate.
Otumfuo Osei Tutu Abetum Yoso Secondary School, 1965-1966. Oba Form 1 Form 5. Na Oba Namini no one house. The house and the friend Padmo. Na no na
further studies at Osei Tutu Secondary School.
I feel very motivated to hear that
Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, the whole Ashanti Kingdom,
completed
Osei Tutu Senior School.
We really feel honored just to have this great personality in our institution.
After his advanced level studies at Osei Tutu Secondary School, Otumfuo Osei Tutu taught as a teacher at Aswase Local Authority Primary School in Kumasi.
We are at Aswase Ole. Aswase Ole is the first school Otumfuo taught, and it can be found here at Aswase.
Otumfuo Osei Tutu II had his tertiary education at IPS, Institute of Professional Studies at Legon in Accra. He studied accountancy for 2 years. He continued his professional studies at University of North London. He read Human Resource Development and Public Administration. He completed in 1980.
Otumfuo has received invitations by high-level monarchs and institutions across the world
for his substantial role in nation building and impact on humanity.